friends, welcome to one of your very first video lessons. We're going to be talking about plot today. I am super excited to get started on this. So essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to listen to me talk about plot for just a little bit, and then you're going to go back to your summer read, Going Fishing, and you're going to make a plot chart of that for yourself. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you a little bit of each piece of the plot chart. What we're going to do is we're going to think about the plot chart in terms of the three little pigs. I'm going to get you guys moving for just one hot second, and then you guys are going to get to work on the rest of your lesson for the day. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, friends, so you know what plot is. It is an interrelated series of events that ends up bringing you from the exposition to the resolution, and it's all of the things that happen in between. So here's what's really important to remember, that each of these pieces has a definition, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. So we're starting with the exposition. Here's what I'm going to give you guys for that. The exposition is the beginning of the story where you learn background, settings, you're introduced to the characters, and the very most important piece of the exposition is we are introduced as readers to the main conflict, the main problem. So if we're thinking about this in the frame of mind of a story that we all know, The Three Little Pigs, you start out in the exposition, you're in the woods, you're in some magical place where pigs and big bad wolves interact with one another, and you are looking at these three little pigs, and here they are. They're trying to build their houses, and in the exposition of the three little pigs, they're picking their different pieces for what they're going to build for their houses. So in the exposition, we meet the three little pigs. We figure out where we are, which is some mystical, magical fairyland where animals talk. And we see that the three little pigs are trying to build their three little houses. Very sweet. So that is the exposition of the story. All right, so our next portion of the plot chart is the rising action. All right, so important thing to remember about this is not just one event. Say it with me, this is not just one event. We've got a lot of events happening inside of the rising action. So this is the part where these events occur that cause the plot to build. It's boiling, it's boiling, it's boiling. It's coming up to a simmer, but we won't talk about that yet because that has to come later. The rising action in the Three Little Pigs, what would it be? The pigs, they start to build their houses. Maybe that's event number one. And then the pigs, they go and they living in their houses, and they come across the big bad wolf, and that's event number two. He tries to eat their houses, tries to blow down their houses and eat them. That's event number three. And then event number four, he gets to the last house, the brick house, and he can't blow it down. So the rising action, it's more than just one event. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember to look for all of the pieces of rising action that are building up to this climax, which we will get to. All right, so we're building and we're building and we're building, and we've made it to the climax. This part of the story is the highest level of conflict. It might be a very tense moment. It might be a very emotional moment. And think about this as you go into your next assignment. Think about the fact that the character is going to change after this moment of conflict. So look for that piece of change where the character becomes, something happens to him and they're going to become someone else after that. So with the three little pigs, the climax of the story is where the big bad wolf decides that he's going to go down the chimney and he's going to try and eat the little pigs inside because they've all congregated inside the brick house, which the big bad wolf cannot blow down. So he's coming down the chimney and he ends up falling in a pot of soup. Yeah, the wolf is going to be different after that. He is going to change. How is he going to change? He's probably going to be scared of those three little pigs from now on. So that is a moment of change in the wolf's personality. Then we come into the falling action. We are in the falling action now. And just like rising action, it's not always just one event. So we're coming down into the falling action, and that falling action is where the pigs kind of settle back down. The big bad wolf is running away. He's left them. So he's gone out of their houses. They've chased him off, and that is the falling action that brings us into this resolution. All right, friends, we are in the resolution now. And what I want you to notice is that in this plot chart, it never goes back down to its resting point. Something has changed within this time period that makes the resolution at a different spot. So the story brings you not back to its beginning, but to a different point. Something has changed in the meantime. In the case of the three little pigs, it's the big bad wolf. He's scared now. He didn't get to eat any food, and he is not coming back to mess with those three little pigs ever again. So the resolution is, and they all lived happily ever after. But don't be fooled by that, because it's not always the case that they live happily in a different way. So here's what I want you to do at home. Get up out of your chair. That's right. You. Get on up. I want you to get up, and I want you to think about when you get up in the morning and you're groggy and you're right here at the exposition of your day and you're here and you're kind of low energy level and everything is hanging limp and loose. I want you to do this with me. Hang limp and loose. And then you start to stretch, and you're stretching and you're stretching. I want you to do this with me, and then you hit that point where it feels really good and your muscles calm back down and everything is kind of falling. But now you're not in that limp, loose, groggy mood anymore. Now you're feeling like something has changed. You're at a different point and you can go on with the rest of your day now feeling like nice and loose. So I hope you guys got a good stretch. And what you're going to do now is head to your teacher's Google Classroom. You're going to find your assignments and get out your summer read so that you can look over that. Friends, have a great day. I am so excited to see you all very, very soon.